Morning, guys. Let's get the camera. Right, okay. Ooh. So, we got the coffee ready. Oh, guys, I hope you got your coffees. Let me, I'm going to put a song on. Now, Rare Elvis photos. Let me just get him up. I love Rare Elvis photos. Let's get it. One of you guys sent me his new song. So I'm going to put it on, guys. He's a great guy. I always forget his name. He's a great guy. He's mentioned our channel a few times. He bought me a coffee the other day. One of my favorite Elvis channels. He is a Elvis defender. I highly recommend Rare Elvis photos. Highly recommend. He's brilliant, and he's a great singer. He's a very talented man, and it all comes from the heart with him. And that's what I like about him. And I just like it when other channels go out of their way and give us a shout and reach out. He's even joined us on our live stream. So let's have a look. I think this is it. Let's have a look. So it says here, new unreleased song released in time for Lisa Marie's book. Let's have a look. From Here to the Great Unknown. It's a very sweet song. Good morning to you, by the way. It's Louis in Weston-super-Mare. I'm 57. I'm a lifelong Elvis fan. I'm going to let the dog back in. Whilst I'm letting the dog in, I'm going to play this for you guys. So good morning to you. If you're just waking up around the world, good morning to you. The shadow of the king still haunts the Memphis night in the dimming southern light. Graceland comes alive. He walks those southern halls, his footsteps fall and fall, until those gates up front swing wide and bring his fans inside. Elvis looks out, smiles down at the crowd, from his window way up high at Graceland, watching time go by, watching over us all, day after day, night after night. Memories like a song keeps the king walking on. He is still amazed. We love him to this day. Elvis looks out, smiles down at the crowd, from his window way up high at Graceland, watching time go by, watching over us all, day after day, night after night. Memories like a song, keeps the king walking on. He is still amazed. We love him to this day. Elvis looks out, smiles down at the crowd, from his window way up high at Graceland, watching time go by, watching over us all, day after day, night after night, day after day, night
after night. Elvis looks out, smiles down at the crowd. From his window way up high at Graceland, watching time go by, watching over us all, day after day, night after night.
Beautiful, beautiful, guys.
Memories like a song, keeps the king walking on. He is still amazed. We love him to this day. Elvis looks out, smiles down at the crowd. From his window way up high at Graceland.
Brilliant, brilliant. Very talented man. Rare Elvis photos. Thank you so much. Rare Elvis photos. Brilliant. And thanks for the coffee, my friend. Thank you for the coffee. Get the high note. Brilliant.
To this day,
You sure do.
Elvis looks out, smiles down at the crowd.
Beautiful.
From his window way up high at Graceland, watching time go by, watching over us all, day after day, night after night. Day after day, night after night.
Beautiful. Rare Elvis photos. Please subscribe to his channel. He's brilliant. I hope you didn't mind me playing his beautiful song. He's a very gifted man. I'm going to just comment on his video, let him know. I'm just going to write love this song. I've played it on my show. I've played it on my UK morning show. So if you're watching, my friend, thank you so much. You're so talented. Right. There's a couple of, you guys have been sending me a few things. Good morning to you. Obviously, it's 9:21 a.m. in the UK. So for many of you, it's very late at night. 45% of my viewers are from America and Australia and UK and Canada. But obviously many other countries around the world, we are coming together to defend Elvis Presley. So I hope you, did you enjoy the dog walk? Did many of you watch the dog walk live stream I did yesterday in the UK? I think I did it around 5:30 p.m. And the title of the video is I think it's called Priscilla Presley, Have We Been Brainwashed by the book Elvis and Me? Did any of you watch that? Let's just have a look what you said, guys. I'm still quite early in the morning, so I'm not quite awake yet. I'm a bit groggy. If you haven't, I definitely recommend you watch it, because I watched it back last night, a little bit this morning, and I think I did cover everything in that video. If you want to understand why we defend Elvis Presley, why we have Team Elvis, the different things that we're unhappy with that have been said about Elvis, mainly by Priscilla. Yeah, don't forget, we're not a Priscilla hate channel. We are defending Elvis. That video really covered it. Even though it was just me walking the dogs, we were walking for 54 minutes, I think. After watching it back, I remember thinking, if I'm Louis, yeah, you guys know I'm Louis. But if I was watching that video and I didn't know Louis, I would listen to that. Louis on his dog walk in the UK. Some of you call me the British guy. The British guy, yeah? I'm known as the British guy. And I would get a good understanding of what we're doing here as Team Elvis. Hi, Vibex. Hi, Linda. Hi, Cherie. Hi, Helen. Hi, Jane. Hi, Crystal. I would get a good feel. So, guys, watch that dog walk that we did together yesterday. You'll understand where we're coming from. There's so many things that we keep repeating again and again and again. But it really I think it got to the nitty gritty, even though it was just a dog walk. So we're going to have a bit of a somber morning. A few things were sent to me last night. Anyone that sends me anything, thank you so much. Rose Finney sent me some great stuff. And I did want to just mention one thing about, it's not really my business, but I did want to mention just something. This thing with Shauna, I'm sure you guys have been, you know, on Tenderly Loving Elvis, yeah? And it seems to be a problem with Shauna, where I think someone's hell-bent on trashing her name, image, reputation. Are any of you aware of this? I just want to say, as respectfully as I can, that I think she needs to be left alone. People need to back off. I do think that the way Shauna has been targeted is a little bit cruel. It needs to stop. To me, it's bullying. Now, I don't want to get too involved. I'm not gonna, how can I say it? Whether it's true or not, people need to just back off, leave Shauna alone. She's a lovely lady. We all love Shauna. Come on, yeah. Just please, if anyone watches this show that's involved in the way that Shauna is being targeted by another Elvis fan, but there's other people that are joining in on picking on Shauna on Tenderly Loving Elvis. I just think it's wrong. I just think it's not. I think we need to just leave her alone. Yeah, I know that EP Fan Archive, is it Kyle? He's put out a video defending her, asking that the bullies leave her alone, which I highly respect. I think his name is Kyle Slingo. EP Fan Archive, which is a brilliant Elvis channel. Many of you know it. And he has given us a shout out before. He's also partnered up with Shauna on Tenderly Loving Elvis. And I think they do editing together. I think her live streams have stayed the same, but I think she's partnered up for her videos. So Kyle is one that is reaching out, trying to stop the bullying. Yeah. So I'm completely against it. And I'm against anyone being bullied. Even whether there's truth in it or not, people make mistakes. Give people a break. Give her a break. I personally think that she truly loves Elvis and wants to defend him. Yeah. And I know she's very popular with you guys. So just so you guys know, I am completely against how Shauna is being treated here. I feel sorry for her. She must be going through hell. So Shauna, we do send you love. We send you love. And we hope this just blows over and passes on, and you just get back to your old self and carry on doing your great shows that thousands of Elvis fans look forward to. Yeah. So I'm just hoping this person just calms down and moves on. This is what we would like. Yeah. I did want to mention it because I've had quite a few of you reach out to me asking me what's happening, what's going on with Shauna. So, that's it, guys. So let's just check your comments. Right. Right. So. Okay. Right. So. Let's have a look. She really loves. Okay. Okay. Now. Crystal, you got to understand, we all come from a good place here, so that comment isn't going to help. It's not going to help. We all come from a good place, yeah? I'm not going to start saying negative things about other YouTube channels. It's not going to happen, yeah? That's not how we are, but I'm saying that with respect, yeah? Okay, right, let's have a good look here. Someone sent me something this morning to do with Riley Keough. Let me just find it for you guys. I thought it was very sweet, a little bit upsetting, but I think we do need to listen to these kind of things. Let me just find it. Is it on here? Let's just have a look. See if I post what is one. If I find something I think, oh, we need to. I want to show that on my show. I will.
Riley Keough is opening up about.
So this we know. Obviously, we know a lot about these things, but this was yesterday. So I thought, if it's quite a recent thing, I do like to let you guys know.
Riley Keough is opening up about the loss her mom, Lisa Marie Presley, experienced and how it took a toll on her before her untimely passing. In an interview with People, Riley discusses her brother Benjamin's death by suicide at age 27 in 2020 and how it played a role in her mom's passing. In the interview, which features an exclusive excerpt from Lisa Marie's posthumous memoir, From Here to the Great Unknown, Riley explains, quote, "My mom tried her best to find strength for me and my younger sisters after Ben died, but we knew how much pain she was in." Lisa Marie's official cause of death at the age of 53 was from a small bowel obstruction that developed after she'd undergone bariatric surgery several years prior. But Riley tells the magazine, quote, "My mom physically died from the after effects of her surgery, but we all knew she died of a broken heart." Prior to her passing, Riley promised Lisa Marie she'd help write the memoir. In order to finish the book, Riley says she listened to taped memories her mom had recorded and says her brother's death was, quote, "incredibly difficult to write about, as was my mom's descent to addiction, and her own death, of course." Though she tells the publication that her mom's story isn't only about grief. She says about the memoir, quote, "I hope that in an extraordinary circumstance, people relate to a very human experience of love, heartbreak, loss, addiction, and family. My mom wanted to write a book in the hopes that someone could read her story and relate to her, to know that they're not alone in the world." She continues, quote, "Her hope with this book was just human connection, so that's mine."
Beautiful. So, someone sent me that last night, and we know the story, don't we? But it's still very heartbreaking. There was a few other things sent to me. I had, let me just play this. This is Riley Keough. Yeah, she's sat with her father, Danny. Now, it's complicated with Danny because we know, doesn't he come from a Scientology background? But we know that he was there for Lisa Marie through everything, even through the different marriages, and he was there when she was found dead. Didn't he try and revive her? And it's very obvious that he's very, very close to Riley Keough. So someone posted me this in the car with him. I just thought it was really sweet. Let's watch it. Just think, it's obvious he's a nice guy, isn't he? Danny Keough seems to me to be a really nice guy, a great dad. It's obvious. Riley adores him. It's obvious. He's got an interesting life. Maybe one day we'll cover it. And what else? There's a few things that were sent to me. Here's another one. 25,000 fans singing. Wow, I just love that. See, 47 years after he passed, an English soccer team singing. There must be 20,000 people there singing that together. Elvis is still loved, guys. This was sent to me. I actually don't know where it is. Let me just see if it says in the comments. EP Echo Will Never Die. EP Echo Will Never Die is the name of the, I think it's on TikTok or Instagram. Let's just see if there's any, right, so there's a few people asking what stadium it is. Let's have a look. Hull City. I'm not a football person, guys, but I just thought that was brilliant. Whoever sent me that, thank you. So let's have a look. I'm just last night I was sent some really cute things. Like obviously Rare Elvis Photos song. Oh, here's another one. You'll like this. Oh, thank you. Sherry, thanks for sending that. I liked it. I thought it was really cute. All these last night, for some reason, I was sent loads of cute things. It's my wife's birthday today. Happy birthday to Aurora. Happy birthday to Aurora. Happy birthday, dear Aurora. Happy birthday to you. Aurora is 41. She's still half asleep. How does it feel to be 41? Is it a good age? Yeah, she loves it. I'm just going to warm this coffee up. It's cold. Yeah, it's nice. I've got the heat on. Right. They're awake now. They're downstairs now, are they? Okay. Well, even I'm not awake. I'm still half asleep. Groggy. My coffee keeps getting cold. I need hot coffee. We're all still half asleep here, guys. We're all like, whoa. No one's woke up. Sunday morning in the UK. Even the kids are half asleep. Right, so I want to find some more of these little cute things. Oh, they're all saying happy birthday to you, all. So let's have a look. Let me just get these other cute little things. See if there's any more on here that I let's have a look. Let me just have a look. What's this one here? Here we are. Let's see if this one's one.
Just stomach for a second, please. Bring a chair over here, please, Shauna. I'd like to tell you just a little story. To make it brief. I'll tell you a little story. There was a man in Florida who was dying of cancer. And he was in a... Just stomach for a second, please.
I think I might have played that yesterday, but it's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. It just some of the things you guys sent me are just great. I love them. Let's see if there's any. Let me see if I could play one or two more. Just sweet little things. Right, here we go. Do you remember when Elvis? I'll just play it. It's easier to play it than describe it.
The look that he gave my daughter Moni was such a serene look.
All I remember when I met him, he kept saying, "Who's this beautiful little Indian girl? Isn't she beautiful?"
It like touched his heart. The look that he gave my daughter Moni was such a serene look.
All I remember when I met him, he kept saying, "Who's this beautiful little Indian girl? Isn't she beautiful?"
It like touched his heart. The look that
You know, and this is why we defend Elvis, because he just loved to help, didn't he? He wanted to do the best he could for the general public, for his, not just his fans, for the people. We have to defend him. We have to defend him, yeah, because he deserves it. I really believe that. So one of the things I was going to do, guys, was I don't know if any of you have noticed lately, I've been posting the videos on both channels. I've been posting the live streams in the usual way, yeah, that we do, but I've also been posting the live streams on my video channel, because it's a different audience. You've got the people that watch the videos, they just click on video, and then you've got people that watch the live streams, they just click on live streams. So it is a bit confusing. Some of you think on the video that they're live, they're not live. Yeah, just so you know that. I know it's confusing, but I want to reach that audience, the audience that watch videos. I want to make sure that they see that we're defending Elvis and Team Elvis. We're doing it together on the videos. But then obviously we do our daily live streams, which we're doing around 2 a day, sometimes 3. So it is confusing, guys. So what I've started doing is I've started going through some of the really old comments. Now, just to cut a long story short. Yeah, so look, I've got a thing from Deborah here saying, I guess I've missed the lives. So Deborah, I do post videos that are not lives, but they are lives, but they're not on the live channel. They're on the video channel. So you get separate link. You'll get the clip that says video, or you click on the bit that says live. So anything that you click on that says video is not live. If it's on the live, then you know it's live. Yeah. So I know it's confusing, Deborah, but you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. I think it's important that we're not just on the lives. I think it's important that the videos go on the video channel. I really do. Right. But it is confusing. Yeah, it is confusing. So what I've been doing, guys, I've been going through some of the old comments. Now, before we became defending Elvis Presley, I was, guys, I was making thousands of videos, mini documentaries. I was making thousands of shorts, and that took me 4 or 5 hours per short. Yeah. And what I'm trying to say to you is this, is that because then I wasn't defending Elvis, I was just doing documentaries, getting information out there in my own way, trying to bring in new fans, educate existing fans. I was a very proud Elvis fan. So loads of lovely little stories about Elvis, literally tens of thousands of stories. Now, if anyone commented anything negative, I would ignore it. So it got to the point really where I wasn't really responding to comments. Yeah, I was getting hundreds a day, mind. So what I've started doing now. Is going back through some of the old comments, trying to understand what people were trying to say. Yeah, that's a good idea, Crystal. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to try and maybe I'll just put the word on it, not live. Yeah, not live. I think I'll just put that when I post on videos. Yeah. Now, it's important I do it, man, because we're getting, 200 or 300 people are watching these videos. So that's more people that are being drawn into the defending Elvis that we're trying to do, the movement that we're trying to grow with other channels, hopefully. So it is important I do it. I've only done about 10, I think, that I've transferred over. But I will try and do 1 or 2 a day. So it is something you guys are going to have to get used to. I'm sure you'll adjust and you'll be fine. So anyway, what I thought I would do is, a lot of these comments are over a year old. So what I thought I would do is just start reading some of these comments that I never replied to. So now some of the comments you're going to see on here are massively supporting Priscilla. Let's just see. Right, so there we go. So we're going to start. So if you look here, we've got thousands. Oh, is it going to scroll? Thousands of comments, yeah? It would literally take me weeks to go through these comments. So I just thought we would just scan through a few of them. Right, so here's one from Elvis and me. Priscilla is contesting the trustee status, not the beneficiary status of Lisa Marie's will. She is not saying that Graceland and the Presley money should not go to Lisa's daughter as the trustee. Yes, I am sure she will earn money. Well, I think some of you guys will have opinions on that. Let's keep going. So she knew all the arrangements. 3 to 4 years of observation is not long enough. And the title of that video was, I can't, Elvis Presley, everything say, so I can't work that one out. Right, let's just keep going. Now, this is a long comment. Right, okay. Now, if the comment gets a little bit rude, I'll stop. The title, Priscilla Presley, I didn't go to Elvis Presley's with my problems. Right, so I know what that is. There was an interview, I can't remember which one, where she's basically saying, I kept my problems to myself. Elvis was so busy. Yeah? Yeah, I mean, they're worth watching a second time anyway, I think. Even I watch my old videos. I watch the live streams over. I teach myself because a lot of the things I say, I forget. So I watch them over and I sort of educate myself. So this comment is from someone called Soul Fire on Fire. It was a year ago. So basically, she never, ever gave her husband the chance to know what was going on in his head. There are tons of videos where anyone that was close to Elvis said if he could tell something was bothering someone or if someone approached him, he always would put aside that even he was doing, and he would give them his full attention and help them, but he never did or very rarely shared what was bothering him. Her failure to be able to have enough self-worth, self-respect for herself falls in her parents, who brought her to him at such a young age. We don't know that's true. Obviously, it's in Child Bride, so we'll see. And then she writes, end of story. She said herself in the Walters interview, the Barbara Walters interview, which I think, I dispute everything in that interview. I'm sickened by that interview, by the way. You know that we've been reviewing that. We've done part 1, 2, 3, and 4, have we, on the Barbara Walters interview? I'm just going to keep reading, guys. She said herself in a Walters interview that she did whatever it took to please him because she didn't want to be replaced. She wanted to be the girl on his arm. She was no different than millions of other women who wanted to be that girl. Tired of this poor Priscilla victim mentality. She had 5 years of living with the man before she married him, enough said. Okay, guys, take from that what you think. A little bit confusing, but did you get that, guys? Right, here we go. This is over a year ago. It was Rita. Priscilla is all about Priscilla. She says that she was not impressed with Elvis. Well, what about his money? Lisa was done wrong by her. It's all about the money for Priscilla. She is money hungry. Rest in peace, Lisa Marie. Love you. I miss you. That's beautiful, right? So someone just says, why did she divorce Elvis? Right, do you know what? I'll tell you what I'm going to try. We'll make it a bit more interesting. When I read the comment, I'm going to play the video. They're only a minute long. Let's play this one. Now, I think we played this the other day, but I'm still going to play it. Now, this one is the one that's had 516,000 views.
What do you miss most?
Oh my gosh, what is there not to miss? Elvis epitomized charm, charisma, but I think his laughter. Elvis had the most contagious laughter. Once he started laughing, that was it. Everyone would start laughing, and sometimes it was uncontrollable. He couldn't stop, and he laughed over the silliest things. He just had a great sense of humor. Loved to have fun, loved to play games.
You still love him?
Well, of course. I mean, he was a hard person not to love.
Did you love him the day you divorced him?
Absolutely. We didn't get divorced because I didn't love him. Sometimes people go apart. That was a very difficult decision, but he was always in my life, and it wasn't as if we were divorced at all.
So watch him. What do you miss most?
I think we've already commented on that video. I think we did a whole live stream on just that video. You know my views, guys. I have strong views. I don't believe almost any of that, but I'm not here to do that today. Let's move on to the next one. Now remember, we're commenting on, we're looking at comments over a year ago. Yeah. So Barbara Malam, the granddaughter gets all of it. Priscilla only wants money. Lisa Marie wanted her daughter to be trustee. Let's play it.
The legal showdown is shaping up after Elvis's widow raised suspicions in this 13-page filing obtained by ET. In it, Priscilla claims Lisa Marie's signature on a 2016 amendment to her trust could have been forged. She also says the paperwork was never delivered to her and misspelled her name. So wait, would Lisa Marie really want her own mother cut out of her trust and name daughter Riley as sole trustee?
My mom was completely the opposite. She was really strict.
Lisa Marie had lost 40 to 50 pounds in the weeks leading up to the Globes. The website claims the 54-year-old was on weight loss medication and had started taking opioids again. Lisa Marie was $16 million in debt at the time of her death. There's a new report claiming she had $35 million in life insurance before she passed away.
And when it's no longer mine, it will be my children's. That's that.
She said it. When it's no longer mine, it'll be my children's, and that's that. So I think Colleen's just joined us. So morning, Colleen. We're just, so you in case you don't know, we're just looking at very old videos that I did over a year ago, and we're reading the comments, and then we're playing the videos. So Feli, she is not like Priscilla, who said Elvis got control of her, the very reason why she left. Right, I just I'm going to quickly warm my coffee up. While I warm my coffee up, I'll play this. Let's have a look. Now, these are shorts that I made quite a long time ago. That one has had 11,400 views. 1 second. Get me a little stand out. Sorry, guys. Right, okay. Let's let me just try and do it. Blah 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 blah. Let me just tell everyone that we're live. We're live now. Okay, I think some people don't know that we're live. Hi, I think Emily's on there. We're live. Emily, are you on? Emily, you on here? It's like you don't know that we're live. Let me. Okay, let's have a look. Right, I've just reminded everyone that we're live. What was that, Jane? What is Shauna upset about? We've already covered it, Gio, this morning, about half an hour ago. I don't want to make this show about Shauna because it's her privacy, it's her life. All I've done is put it out there that any bullying needs to stop. Any bullying of Shauna, in my opinion, even if it's not my business, needs to stop. I find it cruel, and I feel sorry that Shauna has to go through this. This isn't me about what's true or not true. I just think leave the poor girl alone. Leave her alone. Yeah? That's all that is. I don't want to spend the whole show talking about it. Right. I say that with respect, by the way. Yeah. Okay. Where are we? We're going to play something. Right. I'm going to play this. I'm going to quickly warm my coffee up.
I'd like to say hello to my girlfriend Ginger. Ginger Cinnabon.
I was in love with him.
You know, there are millions of women who would love to trade places with you and have the kind of relationship that you had with Elvis. Was he a romantic individual?
Yes, he knew what to say. He could take anything ugly and make it sound beautiful. And he was very, very religious. And we would talk many hours each night on different philosophies. He had certain philosophies and different books. And he had a beautiful way of speaking, really.
A tender individual, a loving individual?
Yes, very. I've never noticed it on anybody on earth, the certain kind of love that he had.
I'd like to say hello to my girlfriend Ginger Cinnabon.
I was in love with him.
You know, there are millions of women who would love to trade places with you and have the kind of relationship that you had
play
with
out,
Elvis. Was he a romantic individual?
Yes, he knew what to say. He could take anything ugly and make it sound beautiful. And he was very, very religious. And we would talk many hours each night on different philosophies. He had certain philosophies and different books. And he had a beautiful way of speaking, really.
A tender individual, a loving individual?
Yes, very. I've never noticed it on anybody on earth, the certain kind of love that he had.
Okay. It's funny because I remember making these ages ago. It's just, let's go to the next one. Now, what we're doing, we're reading comments, then we're playing the video, yeah? These are around a year old. These are my shorts that I used to edit together with videos, pictures, and editorial. And sometimes I talk on them. Let's have a look. Now, a lot of these comments are from quite a while ago, yeah? Let me just... Let's go to the next one. Linda should also be in the movie Elvis. Priscilla acts as though Linda never existed. Linda was a large part of his life. So I've heard that said many times. We know that Linda has been completely kept out of the all the big movies, hasn't she? Like she didn't exist. There is a movie that concentrates on the relationship between Elvis and Linda. I think it's called Elvis and the Beauty Queen. It's on YouTube. Don Johnson plays Elvis, which is a bit odd, but I actually quite like it. It's very low quality. It's very old, from the 80s, yeah. I liked it. I thought it was a good watch. Let's play it. Let's have a go. All right, ready, guys?
Here's a man who has everything in the world going for him.
Spiritually, he was good. He was solid. Emotionally, he had a few problems. He was still a little boy. Never had an opportunity to fully grow up. He had people doing things for him so much. But he let himself go a lot. It was just tragic. When you live with someone as closely as we live together, for as long as we live together, you view them as a human entity. You have to live with the vulnerability, the human fallibility daily. And we were together so much because his work was perhaps an hour on stage and a few rehearsals. And the rest of the time we were together. You really can't change another person. They have to do that for themselves. I certainly tried as best I could to curb his improper eating habits, much sleeping medication that he took, sometimes too much of.
Okay. Yeah, so let me just go back. So I've seen a couple of your comments about that movie. It's low quality, it's very old, but I enjoyed it. I had a couple of hours spare 'cause it's quite a long film. I've always liked Don Johnson anyway. I am a Don Johnson, I liked Miami Vice, and I just like the way he is. It was odd seeing him as Elvis, but actually when you properly concentrate on the dialogue between Elvis and Linda, I actually thought Don was pretty good. He didn't look like Elvis, nothing like him, but the dialogue, the talking was quite believable. So I liked it. Give it is it Linda and Rebecca? Give it another try. Give it another try. So I'm just quickly reading your comments. Right, next comment. Lisa's will, right, here we go. Lisa's will should remain intact, showing her children to inherit Graceland as Lisa wanted it. It should not be contested. Everyone's signature is exactly the same depending on if you are in a hurry or not. Others matter and going on in your life. The person drawing up the will could have inadvertently misspelled Priscilla's name and Lisa was not noticed. So it is a bit confusing that such an important amendment, was misspelled and not, we know the reasons that Priscilla chose to contest the will, are a bit odd, You'd think that when you're in that sort of level of money, attorneys, solicitors, whoever's writing these wills, you think they would get it right. But I agree with what this person is, Judy Smith. I agree what she's trying to say. Lisa's Marie's wishes must be carried out. And the fact that Priscilla contested it was a massive mistake on Priscilla's part. Has made her very unpopular. Many Elvis fans are very angry. So let's, I think, right, should we just play it? Let's have a look.
The legal showdown is shaping up after Elvis's widow raised suspicions in this 13-page filing obtained by ET. In it, Priscilla claims Lisa Marie's signature on a 2016 amendment to her trust could have been forged. She also says the paperwork was never delivered to her and misspelled her name. So wait, would Lisa Marie really want her own mother cut out of her trust and name daughter Riley as sole trustee?
My mom was completely the opposite. She was really strict.
Lisa Marie had lost 40 to 50 pounds in the weeks leading up to the Globes. The website claims the 54-year-old was on weight loss medication and had started taking opioids again. Lisa Marie was $16 million in debt at the time of her death. There's a new report claiming she had $35 million in life insurance before she passed away.
And when it's no longer mine, it will be my children's. That's that.
It's very sad, isn't it? You just remember everything, and you guys know my views. No way should Priscilla have contested anything. She should have just let the mother, Lisa Marie's wishes be carried out without an argument, without demanding $1 million and legal fees and being buried next to Elvis. All that should never have happened. And I personally don't think the fans will forgive Priscilla for doing that. I really don't. In the same way as the fans are very upset about the making of Priscilla's film, Sofia Coppola's Priscilla film. The fans are so upset about it. So that's my stance on it, guys. Right, next one. Let's try and get... Right, so yes, so the video is called Elvis Presley's ex-girlfriend Linda Thompson talked about Elvis's habits. Yeah, okay, and look at what, right, so this is the comment. Yeah, okay, and look at what you married after. These people just can't let go. They stay in the limelight, and it's because his fans still love him, and we try and protect him and Lisa, and they have nothing to say to cling on to his life. She was upset because they didn't put her in the movie. So that tells me all I need to know. And I understand that. And the comment is by Sherry Chieson. But it does, you know, I will say this, guys. Why are the girlfriends after Priscilla never mentioned in any movies? Why? Obviously, except for the Don Johnson one. You know, Elvis, even Baz Luhrmann's Elvis, yeah, which I think was a great movie, did a lot of good for Elvis, really helped his image, his reputation, and his legacy. Even that had mistakes in it. Even that had things in it that I didn't like. I didn't like the way Gladys was portrayed. They still are using the drug thing as a way to, how can I say it, as part of the storyline, without mentioning that he was chronically sick, that he had serious medical problems, yeah, serious health issues. So there are things even in the Baz Luhrmann film that I think were left out and shouldn't have been mentioned. So, and then you've got, and they never mentioned that there's any other girlfriends. I think Linda was with Elvis long enough that she should have been mentioned. I also think Ginger Oldham, because she was the last proper girlfriend, should be mentioned. Yeah, I know there were others. If we're going to tell the story, tell the story. Don't just tell the bits that you like. And I think the reason that many things are left out and included are because Priscilla had a say in these movies. I think Priscilla did have a say in Baz Luhrmann's film. I think it was very important to Baz Luhrmann to keep Priscilla on side and Lisa Marie, because Baz Luhrmann, I think, knew that the success of the movie Elvis, Baz Luhrmann's movie, did depend on that it was supported by Priscilla and Lisa. So this, I think, had an effect on the storyline in the Elvis movie. Again, same with Sofia Coppola's Priscilla film. I do believe that it was important to Priscilla. She felt it was important to keep Priscilla on side. I think she was even credited as executive producer. I think Sofia Coppola was making sure that Priscilla supported this movie, Priscilla, which should never have been made, by the way, which is rubbish as well. But I think probably that was her undoing. That was probably her biggest mistake, wanting Priscilla to support this film and following the storyline of the book Elvis and Me, I think was the reason it flopped. Yeah, I think keeping Priscilla close to that movie was a mistake because people just didn't want to see the same thing over and over again. And the storyline is repeated so many times. There was no new characters introduced to Sofia Coppola's film, so it was just boring. Yeah, I do agree. Why are the girlfriends of Elvis, the ones that Elvis was with that did make an impact on his life, why are they never mentioned ever? It's like Priscilla has been able to erase them. She tried to do it on the way to the funeral. You can't erase Elvis's life. And what we want is a movie that doesn't do that. We want a movie that shows how Elvis lived, who he spent his life with. And Linda was one of them. I know you guys have strong views about Linda, good and bad. Same with Ginger, good and bad views. But they were part of the story. So same goes for Billy Smith and Joe. They were part of the story. It shouldn't be erased. I don't agree that it's been right that for the last 40 odd years that a massive part of Elvis's life has been left out. It's not been mentioned in any of these movies or TV dramas or documentaries or biographies. I just don't think it's right. Let's play the video.
Here's a man who has everything in the world going for him. He was the most gorgeous man, I think, physically, who ever lived. Spiritually, he was good. He was solid. Emotionally, he had a few problems. Yeah, he was still a little boy. Never had an opportunity to fully grow up. He had people doing things for him so much. But he let himself go a lot. It was just tragic. When you live with someone as closely as we live together, for as long as we live together, you view them as a human entity. You have to live with the vulnerability, the human fallibility daily. And we were together so much because his work was perhaps an hour on stage and a few rehearsals. And the rest of the time we were together. You really can't change another person. They have to do that for themselves. I certainly tried as best I could to curb his improper eating habits, much sleeping medication that he took, sometimes too much of.
Okay. I mean, there's a few comments on that I don't like. You know, when she says he never had a chance to properly grow up, I don't like that. I don't like that. And there are a couple of things in there that I'd rather she didn't mention, but it's part of the story. So let's keep going. Let's go to the next comment. Okay, right. Now, I actually quite like Linda Thompson, so I'm not going to slate her, yeah? But she made mistakes. Right, let's have a look. Let's find some more. It's funny, these comments. Let's have a look. So it says, the comment is from Joe Chisholm. Hope she don't sue Graceland's estate. Stop the fighting. We are part of the Presley fans. Hope they work it out fast and get it settled. Okay? I think it's going to be that way. Let's have a look at the video. Let's see if we can play it, guys.
The legal showdown is shaping up after Elvis's widow raised suspicions in this 13-page filing obtained by ET.
All right, we've already played it, but I'll play it anyway.
Signature on a 2016 amendment to her trust could have been forged. She also says the paperwork was never delivered to her and misspelled her name. So wait, would Lisa Marie really want her own mother cut out of her trust and name daughter Riley as sole trustee?
My mom was completely the opposite. She was really strict.
Lisa Marie had lost 40 to 50 pounds in the weeks leading up to the Globes. The website claims the 54-year-old was on weight loss medication and had started taking opioids again. Lisa Marie was $16 million in debt at the time of her death. There's a new report claiming she had $35 million in life insurance before she passed away.
And when it's no longer mine, it would be my children's. That's that.
So Linda said something about sending a book. What book are we talking about, Linda? Right, I know I just played that, but it doesn't matter. It was worth listening to again. Let's have a look. Okay. Let's go back. I'm faffing a bit because I'm trying to find these old comments. I find it really interesting going through these old comments. Right, here we go. So we've got Justin. I know, right, this is the video is called Priscilla Presley says that women flirted with Elvis Presley in front of him. Yeah. Which probably did happen. Yeah. Especially at the Vegas shows. Yeah. I know it must have been hard being married to Elvis, but let's face it. She hasn't done badly out of it. She managed to be paid far more than Lisa Marie by opening Graceland's. 2 weeks after the death of her daughter, she challenges her will. Who on earth does that? I really do hope that Riley gets to preserve Graceland's and Elvis, Lisa Marie's memories the way that she wanted to, and not the way that Priscilla wants to. Okay? It's a good comment from Justin. Now, let's play the video, see what it's like.
Now remember, I'm with Elvis Presley, and watching the girls running up to him, wanting kisses from him, running to the stage, coming backstage. Listen, being who he was, and having all the women, jump him. Excuse me. Kidding. I'm only kidding.
I think you're only half kidding, actually.
Experience. Literally, just about. Anyway, no, it was an eye opener for me, and being married to probably one of the most famous musicians or singers in the world.
Hundreds and hundreds of...
There isn't anyone that doesn't love Elvis.
Right, and I love how affectionately you talk about it.
Quite an interesting...
Remember, I'm with Elvis Presley.
Quite an interesting... Come on, let's be honest, guys. Of course, women were all over Elvis his whole life. Anyone with him, not just Priscilla, Linda, Ginger, it doesn't matter who it was, would have had to put up with women literally throwing themselves at Elvis. So it must have been tough, must have been difficult. I think Linda said something about sending me a book. Guys, anyone that wants to send me a book, I'll review it on here. Just want you to know, guys, if any of you send me a book, I'll go through it, I'll review it. If you need my address, I'll just post it. Just send me a personal message. Yeah, go ahead, guys. If you want to send me a book, brilliant. Right, let's go to the next comment. Let's keep going. Okay. I'm not fully awake. I'm still a bit asleep. Right, next comment. The book that his so-called friends wrote about him was one of the things that killed him. He felt like they stabbed him in the back. Yeah? You know my views on the tell-all book that Red West and Dave Hebler and Sonny West wrote, Elvis, What Happened? You know I'm against that book. Should never have happened. I'd love to review that book, actually. It's definitely one of the books I'd love to review. Let's play the video.
But what was his life like this last year, for instance? He would stay up in his room for 1 week, 2 weeks at a time, popping pills, getting out of it, just trying to get away from the world. There was only two people that Presley ever really could rely on, who he really loved. That was his mother and his wife. Colonel Tom Parker, his guru, Svengali, whatever you wish to call him, was a very, very dramatic and strong influence. I mean, after all, this was a man that started him off, or who indeed not started him off, but at least saw the massive potential in this sensational, charismatic talent. But his mother, Priscilla Presley, were the two real things he loved in his life. And when they went, it appeared that he had no real rudder. After his mother died, he was divorced. After his mother died, he went into a depression and some kind of decline. Soon after his mother died, he married Priscilla, who, I would say, to the day he died and to the day she dies, I will say they always loved each other very, very much.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know who that guy is. That guy. Do any of you know who that guy is? But he does not have a clue. One of the things that he says is that soon after his mother died, he married Priscilla. Come on, guys. He met Priscilla in 1959. Then didn't see Priscilla for at least 2.5 years, but didn't actually marry her until 1967. So that is 8 years after he met her. So this guy is literally talking out of his ass. Yeah. I don't like the way he speaks about Elvis. I'm going to press play on it again. I want to see if I can be a bit more critical on what he's saying.
This last year, for instance, he would stay up in his room for 1 week, 2 weeks at a time, popping pills, getting out of it, just trying to get away from the world.
So you see that? He would stay up in his room for 1 week at a time, popping pills, trying to get out of it. You see, this man, I don't know his name. Do any of you lot know his name? Again, he's trying to portray Elvis as this druggie locked in his room with the windows blacked out. Now, yes, Elvis would like to retire to the upstairs of Graceland, but the upstairs of Graceland wasn't this one little tiny little room that he'd locked himself in. There was quite a few rooms up there that Elvis liked to use. Even when they blacked out the windows. Remember, Elvis had glaucoma, and then when he mentions the pills, no mention of the fact that Elvis was chronically sick, had his own nurse, his own doctor, and needed the medication. So this guy literally has no idea what he's talking about. It's literally, he's full of it. I'd like to know what his name is. Do any of you know his name? Let's have a look, see if any of you know his name. Let's play a bit more.
People that Presley ever really could rely on, who he really loved. That was his mother and his wife.
Right, let me pause that. He just said there's only two people that Elvis could ever rely on, his mother and Priscilla. This is ridiculous. Obviously his mother, yeah, but the truth is, she passed away, didn't she? Is it 1958, I think? She passed away when he was at Fort Hood doing his basic training. Now, there's no way he relied on Priscilla. No way. So this man literally is clueless. I would say Priscilla, from my opinion, for entertainment purposes, was the most cruel person that he could not rely on. Priscilla caused Elvis a lot of very serious problems, even in death. Even in death. So this guy is clueless.
Colonel Tom Parker, his Peruse, Bengali, whatever you wish to call him, was a very, very dramatic and strong influence. I mean, after all, this was a man who started him off, or who indeed not started him off, but at least saw the massive potential in his sensational charisma, talent. But his mother and Priscilla Presley were the two real things he loved in his life. And when they went, it appeared that he had no real rudder. After his mother died and he was divorced. After his mother died, he went into a depression and some kind of decline. Soon after his mother died, he married Priscilla, who, I would say, to the day he died and until the day she died. So I'll say they always loved each other very, very.
Oh, my God. Well, obviously Elvis, after his mum died, was absolutely gutted and his heart was broken. The woman that he loved the most ever. But if you listen to Charlie Hodge was with him. He would listen. This is during the army years in 1959. Charlie Hodge, this is how he befriended Elvis. And he would listen and hear Elvis crying himself to sleep about his mother. But he didn't go into a decline. Because if you look at how Elvis came back fighting, 1960, when Elvis came out of the army, was a massive year for Elvis. He made GI Blues. He did the Frank Sinatra special. He recorded 3 albums, I think, for RCA Victor, like a Coming Home albums. And so obviously you've got the initial horrible impact of losing your parent. That, we all understand that, especially us older ones that have lost a parent. But he didn't decline. He did not decline. Now, do I think that Elvis losing his mother affected his whole life? Definitely. Elvis never got over the loss of his mother, but he was a fighter. He came back fighting. He had massive success in 1960, massive success. So this man literally has no idea what he's talking about. Yeah, we like Charlie Hodge. Charlie Hodge is a good guy. Right. That was interesting, but a load of ball, guys. Let's have a look. Let's go to the next one. I hear, who is that? I hear movement. I was going to finish up now. Is that okay? They coming in, are you? Right. Okay. All right, let's play a couple more then, guys. Let's have a look. Moved. Let's have a look. Right, you're going to find this one interesting, guys. Let's read the comment first. She moved in with Elvis when he was 30 and she was 15. Well, we know that's bullshit. She moved in with Elvis when she was 18. They kissed and cuddled. She did other things to please him. He controlled how she dressed, the makeup she wore. Remember, this is an 18-year-old, yeah? She controlled how he dressed, the makeup she wore, and when she slept, he kept her home from school. Priscilla dropped out. Well, she didn't drop out. She completed her high school. Elvis fed his underage girlfriend. She was not underage. She was 18. With drugs. Oh, I love it. These hating sort of people. Elvis was a groomer. Don't anyone dare defend him. You see, this is the kind of hate Elvis gets. I can break that down with evidence and prove almost everything that she said is wrong. Yeah? This is why we're called Defending Elvis Presley, because there's so much crap out there. I'm going to play the video. So this is Priscilla saying that Elvis kept her a virgin. If you go by the book Child Bride, this book, she definitely was not a virgin. There's 2 or 3 people that have come out of the woodwork and said they made love to Priscilla before she met Elvis. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to say that I can prove it because I'm no expert, but this book has witnesses that did lie detectors. Yeah. So this is for entertainment purposes. Yeah. Just opinions. Are we ready, guys?
Elvis would take me into his bedroom, and then we would kiss long, deep, passionate kisses, and his caresses would leave me weak with desire. Yes, it's true. Yet he never tried to go further than kissing her. No. No, he didn't. There was an agreement, I guess, he made with himself that the woman that he decided to take for his wife, he was going to keep her that way until he married her. Keep her a virgin no matter what. Right.
Okay, let's pause that. So, do any of you actually really believe that she was innocent when they met? I think the book Child Bride says a different story. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know. It was completely normal for a man in his 20s to want to marry a virgin in the 1950s and 60s, even 70s. Okay, maybe now things have changed. We don't want our 17-year-old daughter to be with a man in his late 20s. We want there to be a closer age gap. But I would just say this, that the public believe that she was 14 or 15 when they had sex. It is not true. It is complete garbage. It's total rubbish. This is why we defend Elvis. We defend him. So, remember, Priscilla was trying to portray herself as a virgin when she met Elvis. We don't know if that's true or not. We don't know. Let's have a look. Okay. Next comment. Let's keep going. There's so many videos here, guys. I watched Jailhouse Rock tonight for the first time. I always thought the songs of the same name was a video. Had no idea it was a movie. Okay, this is Rita Malik. Let's play it.
Did you by chance get a chance to see the parade today?
No, sir, we didn't get here in time to see that. We was being told about that. The county walked over and was eating dinner.
Yes, ma'am.
That was what a nice parade they had. And I wish then we'd have got here in time.
It was terrific, and everyone was having such a fine time. And I know that you're sorry you missed it, and I know that you heard it was a wonderful parade in our area. Well, I'm sure that you know that the whole town is just wide open to the Presley family. And
thank you very much. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you. We've enjoyed talking to you so much, and lots of good luck to both of you here.
Thank you.
So very glad to meet you, Mr. Presley. Every parent in the world who had a son as popular and as famous as your son would be, equally as proud. And I'm saying, they have done an
Got it. Yeah. Somebody's have a quick look. Right, Vivek, are you still there now? Hi. Hi. I left the live chat for these documents. Rebecca mentioned that she had seen them on the internet, and here they are. I've gone through them. If you are interested, it is a lot of reading. Okay. So I'm not going to read out loads, but this. Let me just have a quick look. All right, the objection to the filing when asked, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I think we have done a live stream on these effects. Well, yeah. Thanks, Bex. Thank you very much. Is there more than one email? I think that's it. Okay, right. We'll definitely look at that later. Yeah. We're probably going to have to do a live stream on that, aren't we? That's a proper document you sent me, so we'll go through that properly. You know, I have to be in the mood for documents. I find them boring, just like reading books. It's not my thing, so I have to be in the mood for it. Yeah. The way I do my videos each day is how I feel. Like when I woke up this morning, I want what we're doing now, reading the comments, playing the videos. That's the sort of mood I was in, yeah? So my mood changes. Right, let's go to the next comment. Right, this was the TV appearance by, all right, Steve Dunleavy. Is that his name, the interviewer smoking his cigar? Steve Dunleavy. That prompted Sonny West and Dave Hebler to hold a press conference to make matters worse and make Elvis look even worse. Dunleavy knew nothing and only based this on stories that he used in the Bodyguard book. And he states that right after his mother died, he married Priscilla. He married her 9 years later. Whoever this Steve Dunleavy is should be ashamed of how he spoke about Elvis. And he's completely wrong about Priscilla, has no idea what he's talking about, needs to get his facts right, his dates right. Can't even believe that guy was even allowed to be on TV. It's ridiculous. I have no idea who he is, though. Do any of you know who he is? Let's have a look. Let's keep going, guys. Let's find something different. Right. I don't want to keep going over the same videos. I want to find some different ones. Let's have a look. Let's scan right up. Let's go further back. He had all the money and power. No one challenged him because they liked money and lifestyle. And I do think this probably was a problem for Elvis. He had so much money that he could do whatever he wanted. He had many people working for him. So he was the boss. So sometimes I do think the staff, the friends, even family were afraid to stand up and disagree with Elvis. Elvis got his way. So let's watch the video.
He played games like Yahtzee. He was very competitive, and you knew to let him win. Elvis didn't like it if anybody beat him, you know. He always wanted to win. So he would kick you under the table with those pointed boots that he had. And I ended up getting more bruises on my shins. He wouldn't kick Priscilla, you know, because he didn't want to hurt her, but he would get me every time. He would cheat, you know. He would accuse others of cheating, but he would cheat, you know, either counting or how much it was, or, you know, either moving the dice or whatever. And it was like a kid playing with a kid, and all of us knew it, and we would let him win. I mean, it was like dealing with a child.
Ooh, I don't like that. It was like dealing with a child. Don't like that comment. Why do they have to throw in these last second comments? Right. I think we're gonna leave it at that, guys. I'm gonna come back and do another load of these. Is that okay? I want to do a part 2 and do a lot more of these. I'm actually finding them quite interesting because we're matching the comments to the video clips, which I really like actually, and I'm getting to watch all the videos that I made a year ago, 18 months ago. I'm quite enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it as well. So I'm going to say goodbye to all of you. Now, if you've enjoyed what I do, buy us a coffee, hit the coffee button. You just literally use the PayPal address to send a couple of dollars. I go and buy a coffee, or you hit the super button. There's a super button where you send a couple of dollars. Any way of thanking me appeals to me because it makes me know that you like what I'm doing, that you appreciate the time and effort that I make with you guys. It does mean a lot to me. I like my gold stars. Yeah, I like to get a pass. When you guys send me a coffee, I get a pass. Well done. Thank you. I get a thank you. Please subscribe. It's only $1 a month. Please become members. It's only $1 a month. I love waking up with you guys and having a coffee. I've really enjoyed my coffee with you this morning. And just we're chatting, we're just going through things. I just feel like I'm with my family and my friends. I love it. I'm a lucky man. I'm a very lucky man. Thank you, guys. Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Signing out. Take care, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Vibex, for posting me the documentation, which I'll go through. And have a great day. And I'll be back later. I'll do one more live today, probably in about 3 hours. And then we're going out for a big meal tonight for my wife's 41st birthday. Thanks, guys. Take care. All the best. Love you all. Have a great day. Take care. Thank you so much.